But my dad, if I want to make my dad uncomfortable, I just hug him. And he's like,
yeah, my dad was uncomfortable. My grandfather, I used to go, I say, Irv, I love you. And he goes, all right, Mike, okay. And I go, no. I just said I love you. What do you say back? He goes, what do you want? I go, I want you to say I love you back. So I have to teach this man how to love. And I go, he goes, I love you. Come on, you know this. What do you, I go, give me a hug. He goes, no, all right. It was, but I love that. I envy that. I think that's a beautiful thing. So your biological...
My son and I will hug my son and tell him I love him literally 35 times a day.
Does he hate it?
No, he hugs me back.
That's awesome. Let me ask you, your biological father you never saw again?
No, he died in, I think, 2005.
Did he even know about you? Did you think he knew about you, or?
Oh, I know he knew about me because when I started doing Lois and Clark, season 1, I get a call from my publicist at the time, and he was like, hey, these people reached out and said that your biological dad wants to get in contact with you. I said, but they're through like Inside Edition or something. I think it was Inside Edition.
Wow.
And they want to get in touch through Inside Edition. I was like, well, did he try to get in touch with me, without Inside Edition? Just get in touch with me? Well, no, I don't think that's the case. And I was like, well, and he goes, so I'm not even going to tell you. I didn't even tell you. Because if I tell them that I told you and you don't respond, that's in the story. So I was just like, whatever, this is ridiculous. And then I watched an interview that he gave on Inside Edition. Just shocked. Watching him talk about, I don't want to be Dean's dad. I'm like, I've never seen you before, dude. You can't be my dad. My dad is this 5'9" Dutch English guy named Christopher. And so he was never a part of my life. I never got to know that Japanese side of my family or that history.
So you never went. Yeah, you never like engaged. You're like, I'm not. No, usually this is.
I didn't miss anything. I wouldn't feel like I was needing anything when I was growing up.
No.
And then when I got to that place, I was like, really? I mean, come on. And the interview that he gave made it seem like it made me mad.
What did he say?
Really? He said that he claimed that he was in Vietnam when my mom left him. He was in Atlanta. He was having an affair. I have a brother who's 4 months younger than me. There was a little lap over that. My mom was pregnant with me. And there's a guy 4 months younger than me, also named Tanaka, to the woman that he ended up marrying. And then that broke up and he had more kids. So like these other kids were running around in the video in North Dakota. And he's like, and they've got capes on and stuff. And I was like, what am I watching? What is this?
So you had no interest. You didn't feel anything deep down. Like I wanted nothing. And there was no reason to. You didn't know this. It's like a stranger.
My dad, my dad is my dad, and he fulfilled me and raised me. And without my dad is the single strongest influence in my life, without a doubt. I love my mom, and she's the most wonderful mother. But my dad was always there. I needed a dad. A strong, young, very strong-willed young man, aggressive. You got to have a way to tame that and teach that and cultivate that into the right things.
Unconditional love, unconditional love. Like he was proud of you. Told you like he was hard. How hard?
He's from South Dakota and he was raised on a farm. So I took the belt a few times.
You got the belt.
Yeah, but he would do that. But then he would come in 15 minutes later, half an hour later, after my mom probably yelled at him. She instigated him going to smack me anyway.
Yeah.
Then he does it. And then he comes out and catches shit for it, basically. And then comes back in and would apologize to me and explain why he did it. And that was always the saving grace. Sometimes I think I got in trouble just to get the butt whipping, to see how far I could push it.
Wow. So you think a lot of times, in a way, you deserved it?
Oh, God, yeah. There's very few instances where I didn't deserve that.
Right.